Welcome to Theology 3 in the spring of 2017. My name is Walter Strickland. I'm your professor, and I look forward to marching through the doctrines of ecclesiology and eschatology with you this semester. Just a little bit about me, just to sort of introduce myself in the class in this video. My name is Walter Strickland, as I said before. I serve as Special Advisor to the President for Diversity, but also as an instructor of theology here at Southeastern Seminary. I've been on the faculty for about 4.5 years now, so I really enjoy my roles in serving the institution and also serving our president as his advisor. And about my family, I'm married to my wife Stephanie. We've been married for about 5.5 years. We have 3 little girls. Our first, her name's Hope Ayana, and she is with the Lord. We're waiting to see her in glory. Our second daughter, his name is Kendra Kazia, and she is 3, and she is too smart for her own good, and we just love having her around. She's a little ball of joy. And our youngest daughter's name is Kaya Joy, and she is about 18 months, and she has the most determined spirit that you can imagine. So that's the Strickland family. And as far as me personally, I was born in Chicago, raised in California, began to work my way east across the country. And as I was doing my education, I got my BA from Cedarville University in Biblical and Theological Studies, continued to go east, and I landed here in Wake Forest, actually, where I did a Master of Divinity and a Master of Theology at Southeastern. And then I went on to the University of Aberdeen in Scotland for the PhD in Theology, where my dissertation focused on the historical influence that is in theological method in particular contexts. And so anyhow, I'm at the very, very, very tail end of that. I submitted my dissertation in November of last year and look forward to defending it this semester. And so as far as my hopes for the course, my hope is that this course is not just simply a part of you finishing a degree. I know sometimes we feel like we have to have that ticket to be able to go and to get a job in ministry. But what I would hope is that this class is a very transformative opportunity for you to be shaped and molded by the exercises that comprise the course, listening to lectures, reading books, writing papers, interacting with your classmates, interacting with me. I hope this is more transformative than just informational. And in addition to that, college and seminary are also a clinic, if nothing else, in time management. And so it's not just that this time in your education is a time for you to simply input the facts into your head and be transformed into this person who knows information, but part of that transformation process is being able to manage your time. And so the syllabus and I are going to be God's conduits of grace to help you do that. And so please understand the time constraints that you have, understand the syllabus, understand when things are due, and that should be spelled out for you in that document that I took painstaking hours to craft so that you might be able to know when things are due on time. And so I just want to take a moment to walk through the syllabus very quickly, just to sort of preempt any questions that you might have. And so for those of you guys who are aware, there are seminary and college students in this course. On Moodle, there's a seminary section and a college section because there are different assignments for the courses. And as I walk through the syllabus, I'll sort of delineate between if I'm talking about seminary or college. And so to begin, my email is there. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Also, my secretary's email, Allison Singwall, is there. And if you would like to connect with me, either having a live meeting here in my office, or if you'd like to talk over the phone or via Google Chat, feel free to send me an email and we can do that. I don't keep traditional office hours, but I'll because of my travel schedule, as I work for Dr. Aiken as his advisor for diversity. But what we always do is that we prioritize getting students on the schedule and for me to have personal time with you guys because that's a priority to me. And so please email me or email Allison if you'd like to meet or chat. As far as the grader goes, that will be determined very, very soon, and I'll let you know that person's name and contact information as I get it. Moving down to our textbooks, you'll see that you have Dr. Aiken's Theology for the Church textbook, as well as the Dictionary of Evangelical Theology by Walter Elwell. That's for seminary and college students. In addition to that, seminary students have Timothy C. Tennant's book, Theology in the Context of World Christianity, and the subtitle, that's 1,000 words. That book is fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy reading that. For the seminary students, there will be questions on the weekly quizzes from each of these 3 books. And for the college students, there'll be questions from the Aiken and Elwell books in the quizzes. And so each week. So hopefully that is clear for you. Examinations, that's a component of the course. Well, just very quickly, I'll walk through these course requirements. The first is reading, which that's very clear. Do the reading that's assigned to you. The quizzes online is the second component. There will be 12 quizzes throughout the course of this semester, and I'll drop the lowest 2 quizzes. And so we understand that this course happens within the context of life. Things happen that are unexpected. So what I'm going to do is build in grace into the syllabus by saying I'll drop the 2 lowest quizzes for you. And so hopefully you'll be able to plan well enough to be able to get those other quizzes done. But then for the unexpected, or for that quiz that you're just not quite prepared for, we'll give you 2 that I will drop. And so you don't have to dictate to me which of those 2 those are at the end of the semester. My grader and I will go back and ensure that those are dropped, and they will not count against you. So if there are those 2 quizzes that you aren't quite prepared for, it's okay. Take them anyway. You might do better than you think. But if you don't, we will drop those 2 lowest quizzes for you. Also, much like the test, please note the times when those open and close, and specifically when they close, because if you have a certain time limit to take the test or the quiz, it will close when it closes. If it closes at 11:55 and you begin at 11:53, it will still close at 11:55, although you've only had 2 minutes to take the quiz. And so ensure that you have the right amount of time to take the quiz before it actually closes. The same goes for the test as well. So the next portion is the examinations, and these are both the midterm and the final are open note and open book tests. I do that so I don't tempt you guys into stumbling, just as a measure of as a brother in Christ is trying to eliminate any opportunity for you guys to be able to stumble in your walk with the Lord and being disingenuous in that way. We just open those tests up. We have the first test being over quizzes or videos 1 through 19, and the second test are over videos 20 to 28. And so these are over the videos, and none of the book content will be tested in the midterm and the final. The next is threaded discussions. You'll be asked to participate in that with an original post, and then also 3 follow-up posts to your fellow classmates. This is a wonderful opportunity to exercise collegiality, to be able to begin to discuss theological ideas with your classmates, those who you agree with and those who you also disagree with. And the reality is that in this course and at a place like Southeastern, that's that where the faculty and the students, well, the faculty per se are, we signed the Baptist Faith and Message 2000. So it's obvious what position we're going to be coming from, and so it follows that your classmates also follow that similar sort of theological pattern. So any disagreements that you might have with your classmates are probably over minor details, and it's not going to be anything to part fellowship with. And so part of this exercise is you being able to interact with people who have different sort of theological positions, stating your own, being able to discuss this in a very loving and kind way, because especially when we come to eschatology, there's going to be lots of opportunity for disagreement, but I will be sure to let you know which positions are out of bounds, out of the stream of orthodoxy, and then which ones are within the stream of orthodoxy. And from those positions, you have free reign to choose. And so, and then even with that, we have to be respectful and engage deeply, but also encourage each other as we hold to those positions. And so moving down to the research component. So now I'll talk about the seminary student, and then I'll talk about the college student. For the seminary students, in order to get an A in the course, you will have to write a theological integration paper. And so in the requirements and the sections and the headings of that are spelled out in much detail in the syllabus. And also there's a rubric at the end of the syllabus to demonstrate the content by which you'll be graded. And so pay very close attention to the syllabus. do all that's required of you. Read that because that'll be very, very important because points will get marked off if you are not following that pattern that's established for you. This pattern is established for you because it will help you to articulate and defend your position and to have a very good argument for what you're trying to defend. And so that outline is there to help you to write a more quality research paper. And so follow that very carefully, and don't think you're the exception who can bat around that and then still score well on the paper because you would be penalized for that. As a seminary student, if you'd like to uh, have um, a less intense way of doing your research component, you can do a book review, and the outline and the expectations of the book review are in the syllabus. If you choose the book review option, feel free to send me the book or some books that you would hope to review, and I will then approve one of those books, and in that way you'll be able to continue with your study on your book review. For the college students, there is no option. As with the seminary students, you will simply write a book review, and that will be the research or the writing component of the course. And so, all that said, see the syllabus for all the details of the course. In this course, again, we'll be studying ecclesiology and eschatology, two of the most wonderful doctrines in all of theology, which I say that for every doctrine because I just love them all. But I look forward to taking this journey with you. Please understand that I'm on your side. I'm your biggest advocate. And while I am the professor, I'm also a brother in Christ who's hoping that this course is simply a means by which God is equipping you to serve the church and to fulfill the Great Commission wherever God might send you for His sake. And so I look forward to journeying alongside of you throughout this semester. Grace and peace to you.